Hello, alright. It is Monday, September 10, 2018 at 1:42 p.m. Let's take a look at the weather. Alright guys, Paul is in the Pacific. Tropical Storm Paul. Maximum sustained winds 35 knots, 40 miles per hour. Minimum central pressure 1004 millibars. Located 20.8 north and 120.7 west. Movement northwest at 9 knots or 10 miles per hour. Alright, hopefully this doesn't also head to Hawaii, but you never know. Alright, we have Olivia in Hawaii. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look at, see if they have one for Olivia. Alright, Olivia. Here's Olivia. Hurricane Olivia, Monday, September 10, 2018. Center of location 21.7 north, 148.0 west. Maximum sustained winds of 85 miles per hour. Movement west at 10 miles an hour. We got tropical storm probability hitting most of the Hawaiian Islands, and tropical storm watches, warnings and watches up for Hawaii. It's at Monday 5 a.m. Still a hurricane, and I guess it goes down and a little bit south and west. It is forecasted. We don't know if it's actually going to hit the Hawaiian Islands, but it is forecasted to do so. So please, people of Hawaii, be prepared and ready for Olivia. Alright, next we have the Atlantic. Disturbance 1 below Cuba, with a 10% chance of cyclonic formation in 48 hours, and a formation chance in 5 days with a 40% chance. Then we have Hurricane Florence. She is a Category 3 hurricane with maximum sustained winds of 100 knots or 150 miles per hour. Minimum central pressure of 962 millibars, located 25.0 north and 60.0 west. Movement west at 11 knots or 13 miles an hour. Alright, then we have Isaac. Hurricane Isaac is a Category 1 hurricane with maximum sustained winds of 65 knots or 75 miles an hour, minimum central pressure of 993 millibars, located at 14.7 north and 43.9 west. Movement west at 12 knots or 14 miles per hour. Then we have Helene. Hurricane Helene is a Category 2 with maximum sustained winds of 90 knots or 105 miles an hour, minimum central pressure of 974 millibars, located 14.6 north or 30.0 west, movement west-northwest at 14 knots or 16 miles per hour. Alright, so looking at the speed, Hurricane Florence is at 13 miles an hour. She used to be at 7 miles per hour, so she gained a little bit of speed. She gained some strength. Alright, let's take a look at the warnings and watches. Hawaii is in hurricane and tropical storm warnings. Texas has flash flood watch all up and down the coast and parts of southern Texas and Corpus Christi, Houston, Texas, Galveston, all of that is in flash flood watch. And you see here in the Atlantic, we have a hurricane warning in the ocean. Alright, let's take a look at the forecast models. This is the GFS model. We're going to run it and see what happens to the coast as Florence approaches. You see there the models showing it approach and hit the east coast around North Carolina. Alright, let's take a look at another model. Florence. Let's follow Florence around and see what happens as it coasts on land. Alright, so the frames are loading. Alright, let's take a look. There it is, hitting the coast of North Carolina and it's going to be forecasted to be around North Carolina, if it does hit North Carolina, for a couple of days. So this storm is going to come off the ocean, hit the coast, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's going to be 5 or 6 days of a lot of rain and storms and winds. So that is a lot of time to have a hurricane on land and just be sitting and spinning in that area. Alright, let's take a look at the Atlantic and Pacific. Alright, you see here Paul with 40-mile-an-hour winds sitting off the coast of Mexico and below California. And then we see here rain sweeping through the south of Texas and possibly causing problems. So the whole area is going to be saturated in the south of Texas. And then we see the disturbance that is below Cuba is just growing, and it seems to be headed for Florida. Seems to be heading towards Florida. Then you see Florence here, just churning and heading westward. If I were just looking at this this little snippet of precipitation, I just think it's headed for Florida. If this just keeps going west, it could possibly hit Florida and the Georgia coastline. If it does take the forecast to turn north, it's gonna hit South Carolina and North Carolina and possibly parts of Virginia. So we gotta keep an eye on Florence. She is now Category 3 hurricane. Who knows if she could reach Category 4 or 5 by the time she hits land. We have to keep an eye on that. Alright. And then here we see Isaac and Helene back to back. Isaac is forecasted to head towards the Caribbean, and Helene is forecasted to steer north and go off into the ocean. Alright, this is Florence. As you see, Florence has gained strength and has developed an eye. Look how strong she looks. Alright, this is a serious hurricane, people. Please be prepared for if you live in the East Coast. This is Hurricane Olivia. As you see, 85 miles an hour. Forecasted to go towards Hawaii. So the people of Hawaii should be prepared and ready for high winds and surf and a lot of rain. Alright, here we see the Atlantic, and you see Florence here just getting stronger and just becoming a major category hurricane. Hopefully it does not turn into a major category hurricane, a 4 or a 5, but she's getting up there in strength. Alright, here you see the Saharan dust traveling between these hurricanes. Alright, and this is the Saharan air following the hurricanes. So these hurricanes could be full of sand. Florence seems to be free of the Saharan air cloud, but it is forecasted to hit the North Carolina coastline. Alright guys, please stay safe out there guys, be prepared, you know, be like the Lion King, be prepared. Alright guys, stay safe out there, and if anything else comes up, I'll make a video about it. Alright guys, have a good one.